pick up where we left off. I'm talking to you about the fact that the book of Revelation is written cyclically. Now, if you do a movie, that's not surprising to someone. Basically, the way that happens is you get a sequence of a person in the here and now. And then you wonder, well, how did he get to here? And then the movie goes retro on you, goes back to a set of circumstances that brought him to where he was. And then sometimes in a really complex movie, they'll say, meanwhile, back at the ranch, and they'll give you another scene from another perspective. All you're getting in the book of Revelation is 7 cycles of perspectives on how history plays out, because history is very much layered like that. In the 4th cycle, you get introduced, you not only go back to the beginning of time, but you get introduced to the enemies of the church. We get introduced to a big, great red dragon. We get introduced to 2 beasts, one out of the sea, one from the land. These are actually the enemies of the covenant people of God, or you'll find out that I'll be telling you it's the church. And then later on, we'll come to another cycle in chapter 15 and 16, where God pours out his wrath. And what you learn is that the wrath of God, or the judgment of God, is actually both historical through time and apocalyptic at the end of time. I think, again, that we all know this. And then in cycle 6, chapter 17 to 19, you get the career of the great harlot. The great harlot is having been unable to destroy the church by direct assault, having been unable to intimidate the church, having been unable to deceive the church. The great harlot, she's the ace in the hole. She's the seducer. And so you learn about in chapters 17 to 19 how the harlot has a career seducing the people of God and how God judges her. Then the stuff that everybody likes, this is the stuff that everybody goes crazy about. You get Revelation chapter 20 through 22. And what this is a chapter that shows the reign of Christ and the reign of the saints with Christ throughout history against every enemy until the time of the judgment. And then you get the picture of the recreation, new heaven, new earth, and of life as God intends it to be when heaven actually comes to earth. Now, see, I know what you've heard about. You've heard about it being a millennium that comes at some distant point. Well, we're going to have a fantastic time when we talk about the millennium. But for now, we'll close this and we'll pick up our study. I want to talk to you a little bit more about symbolism, and then pretty quickly we're just going to start going bit by bit through the book. These are not going to be deep exegesis. This is going to be a flyover, but I can give you the exegesis in another time. Thanks for giving us this time.